They finally done it. The moment we were all waiting for is now here. Jin Woo has finally become the Shadow Monarch. He made Igris arise as well as me. Let me be honest with you lot, yeah. Ever since this series began, I've constantly been hearing the word arise and I had no idea what the fuck people were talking about. But bro, with the new power that Jin Woo has unlocked, I don't know who can stop this guy now. All of the hunters should be glad that Jin Woo is the good guy, otherwise this entire universe is in trouble. So the episode begins with Jin Woo finishing the job change quest's free trial and trying to survive the real quest. And bro was getting his shit rocked by all of those knights, but we'll give it to him though, he was fighting for his life like the rent was due. Jin Woo starts hallucinating and he starts seeing the weaker version of himself, and the weaker version of himself tells his current self that he still ain't shit. And just before he's about to die, the system sends him to the penalty zone. And it's no surprise that he got sent there because he forgot to do his daily quests. But talk about clutch timing. Jin Woo gets transported to Arrakis and he figures out that the system probably wants to keep him alive. And I'm not even gonna front. At first I thought this was an arse pool, but the penalty still followed the system's rules because he didn't do his daily quests. He also got the penalty for 4 hours and he still had 10 minutes left over after he finished off those centipedes. He restores his fatigue, but he can't heal his HP points with potions, and he gets surrounded by killer centipedes. And can you believe that this was one of the best things to happen to him in the entire job change quest? That small fight scene we got with Jin Woo versus the centipedes was fucking phenomenal. It was such a small scene, but it was one of the best looking fights in the entire show. Shout out to the animator Verkreek, they did a brilliant job with that cut. Like, it's so great to see how far Jin Woo has come. This man went from running away from the centipedes to now soloing them, and Igris, he is just cut from a different cloth. He levels up soloing the centipedes and he buys the Night Killer dagger and now has Igris's ruler hand skill. And he goes back to the job change quest and starts clearing through them with ease, while noticing that the mages are the ones summoning the gates. So he decides to attack them first. A1 Pictures went so hard with this scene, no did he? As an anime watcher, one thing we all know is that there are anime studios who are going to take things to the next level, and A1 Pictures was one of those studios. A1 Pictures read the assignment and absolutely delivered. Episodes 11 and 12 just exceeded all of our expectations. This studio has consistently cooked up some of the best action set pieces for this series. The fight was so juicy, it was so succulent, that I'm honestly left in disbelief at just how good the production has been, man. Jin Woo bodies the mages and the knights, and the system promotes him to a new job class, which is a necromancer.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And I don't think any of us saw that coming because he's not built like that.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is he's more of an assassin type. The system gives him the choice to accept and he immediately rejects it, so the system asks him again and he starts to think that the whole job change quest was pre-arranged, and it's like, yeah, no shit. With the number of times the system has put him in certain situations to make him stronger as well as keeping him alive, it obviously wants him for something, but exactly what for, we don't know. At this point, the system is about to turn this boy into Kratos because all of these buffs, skills and powers he's getting, bro, he finna fight God by the end of the series, I swear. The cool thing is that despite being a necromancer, that doesn't mean that his enemies won't catch these hands. And at the level that Jin Woo is at now, his current strengths would eliminate the traditional weaknesses of a necromancer class. So he accepts and he becomes the Shadow Monarch, and he finally says those iconic words, arise.
He said it! He said it!
And am I the only one who got chills when hearing that? He can now store the shadows and summon them whenever he wants. So bro frees up his storage to acquire Igris, but he fails twice. But then Jin Woo gave some epic ass speech.
Nobody believes in you. What are you prepared to do about it? Don't let no one come into your house. Take your meal. Do what you need to do today.
And Igris has now become the Dark Knight, literally. And I thought Igris looked badass in the last episode, but it looks so much more cooler over here. Now that Jin Woo can control Igris, that is going to be a problem next season. Him and Igris are going to go demon time. And bro, at this point, his life has just become a bit more easier because now he's got help from Igris to level up. At this point, Jin Woo is cracked, bro. He's now the Shadow Monarch. He can essentially catch dungeon bosses like Pokemon and just store them them for later use. That is crazy, fam. The episode ends with the Jeju squad on the island, and they're able to capture one of the ants. Turns out that the ants are now evolving as well, which is crazy because this is the first case we've seen in this show where the monsters can evolve or reawaken. I thought they couldn't do that. Seeing that just got me hyped up for the Jeju Island arc, I can't lie. Guys, man, this has been a great show, man, from start to finish. And I've actually heard that apparently this show is gonna run for 6 cours, and I'm assuming each cour is gonna correspond to a season, so essentially it's gonna be 6 seasons. And guys, let me know down below, because how many chapters is Solo Leveling? Is it really that long for it to be running for 6 cours, or are the studio just trying to milk the franchise? To be honest, either way, if they can continue this quality for 6 seasons straight, I don't really give a fuck. Thank you for taking out the time to watch this video, and also for all of the tremendous support I got on last week's video. My channel has actually now hit over 1,000 subscribers, so I just want to say thank you to everyone for rocking with me. We're now in the spring anime season, so watch out for more videos coming out, and as always guys, stay blessed.